This video was presented by the EA Creator Network. I just wanted to remind you that you can use my code UrbanSims upon checkout when purchasing any Sims 4 content via the EA app or thesims.com. By doing so, you're directly supporting me as a creator, and I can't thank you enough. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are ready to dive into some CFE access with me. We are going to be checking out the newest expansion pack coming to The Sims 4 on July 10th called The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature. Gotta be honest here, haven't been really following this expansion too closely, just for the simple fact that I've been busy with my own channel, getting back into the swing of things. However, if we're even diving a little bit deeper, fairies, not my favorite occult, but hey, guess what? I'm not the only one that plays The Sims, and I'm so excited for each and every one of you who have been wanting fairies to finally get what you've been asking for. However, I'm still going to go into this with an open mind. We're going to just kind of peruse and browse around, get a feel for the expansion. I'm not going to be doing any dedicated LP to this. I'm just going to be doing like little playthroughs, and we'll just see how far we get before launch day. I definitely want to create a ton of content for you, so make sure that you're subscribed so that you get notifications whenever I post. Anyways, let's dive into the description. Life among the trees. Step into nature with the natural living skills. Sims can thrive outdoors, forage for food and plants, perfect for the nature nomad aspiration. Bring nature inside with live house plants. Explore new traits, plant lover, mythical, and disruptive. A balanced lifestyle. Negative emotions cause imbalance, leading to ailments. Become a naturopath using the apothecary table to cure your Sims and hone your skill. Pursue the elixir enthusiast aspiration. Watch your luck, it affects cooking and ailments. The fairest folk. Become a fairy. Use abilities to nurture plants, change moods, and more. Choose harmonious or discordant paths with the fairy stories aspiration. Create fairies with wings and tattoos. Even non-fairies can use fairy dust for enchantment. A land of enchantment. Innis Green is a lush world with 3 neighborhoods. Coast of Admore focused on gnomes, Spruce Dairy Grove blending nature and civilization, and magical Everdew Forest. Meet Mother Nature, become a fairy, and summon Spruce Almighty for adventures. I hope I don't disappoint anyone, but I'm going to quickly cover cast. I don't want to do a separate video, and I don't want to go through every single object, just because I feel like the main attraction of this pack is indeed fairies and the gameplay, obviously the brand new aspirations and things like that. But there are a couple really cool things that I did want to showcase, so I'll make sure to touch base on those. However, I will say, generally speaking, the cast catalog it's okay. Like, there's definitely some cute accessories and things. We have like brand new makeup. We also have some face paints and things like that pertaining to fairies. If we even pull back a little bit further, obviously there are a handful of brand new fairy themed or just Enchanted by Nature themed tattoos in various different categories, which is really exciting. Another thing to note, we did actually get some brand new presets. I'm not sure if this is in an update or a previous update. I'm just kind of mentioning it because I didn't notice until now. So we have new nose presets that kind of look like that. Okay, so there's a bunch of different ones you can play with there. We even have, actually that nose kind of does look cute on her. And then we even have some like ear presets too to fit the fairy theme. And this is kind of what makes me think that maybe it is proprietary to this pack. Not this pack specifically, but the update coming with this pack. Another thing that I wanted to show you really quick is the teeth. So we got 2 brand new teeth, and they're terrifying. These teeth are kind of like, but these ones remind me of Pennywise. I'm definitely not going to forget to show you guys the brand new occult. This is the fairy occult, which comes with The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature. Now, you can't really see a huge difference. This would be where your sim would kind of have like their, I guess, their alter fairy ego, and they would have like a pair of wings, which I'm assuming you could probably customize. Yeah, there are a ton of different wings, so you can create the fairy of your dreams or perhaps your nightmares. There's a lot of customization that you can do. You can even change up the color of the wings, which I think is pretty freaking cool. I definitely want to play around with fairies, so I have a very light backstory for Miss Fern here, even though I said I wasn't going to do that. I always end up doing it anyway. But yeah, that is the fairy occult. I don't really know much about it right now. We're not a fairy, but hopefully in the future we will be. So I'm going to go back to Miss Fern's normal life state. We're going to take off the fairy occult there, and then let's dive into the two different aspirations. So we have a brand new fairy category, and basically the aspiration is fairy stories. The sim wants to show the world just what kind of fairy they can be. The other one is going to be underneath nature, and it is nature nomad. This sim embraces natural living and enjoys fulfilling their every need in the great outdoors, which I love. I love that this pack isn't just focused on fairies, it actually is focused on the outdoors. And so if you have an outdoorsy sim that you've been kind of wanting to have a little more substance, a little more push, actually, just kidding, I think I might have found a third aspiration that I didn't know existed. But yeah, if you wanted to push that narrative, I think this pack would be great for sims that like to live off the land or live outdoors. Maybe you're doing a rags to riches, I don't know. So anyways, there's actually one more aspiration that I almost forgot, and it is the Elixir Enthusiast. This sim wants to learn everything there is to know about the apothecary skill and craft powerful cures and elixirs from plant-based ingredients. To support the three brand new aspirations, we have three traits to go alongside them. The first one is going to be located under lifestyle, and it is disruptive. Disruptive sims are driven to interact with the world by messing with it. They can spread interpersonal chaos by giving bad balance advice, or stick it to nature by disrupting plants. Disruptive sims build mischief skill faster, but are slower to regain balance than most sims. And yes, there's even a new part that affects the sim's life. I think it's called like the balance bar or something. We'll get into that later because I'm not really too familiar with it. But the next trait is mystical, feeling a strong affinity for both the natural and supernatural. Mystical sims see higher purpose in living harmoniously in each world and sharing that with other sims. These sims learn apothecary and gardening skills faster and have an easier time building friendships with occult sims. Mystical sims can offer to grant a sacred blessing to other sims, which increases balance for both sims if accepted. Our last and final trait will be located underneath the social, and it is called Plant Lover. Plant Lover sims treat each other and every plant like the little sim they are. Being a friend to plants is not always easy on a plant lover's emotions, but luckily these sims don't need any skill to share their special interest. Just a big heart. As I'm sure you've expected, we did get some new preferences. So underneath hobbies and skills, we can now either like or dislike apothecary. We can like or dislike natural living. There could be even a few more in here, I don't know, but we're gonna move on to the music genre. So there's a brand new music station, and it is called Nature's Soundscapes, and our sim Fern here is a huge fan. Like I mentioned previously, I didn't really want to harp too much on the cast catalog, so I'm just gonna run really quick through some of these hairs. I do like them a lot, especially the more textured hairstyles. I think these are really, really pretty. I thought this one was kind of cool for maybe like when your sim gets out of the shower or perhaps a swim. It kind of gives that illusion that their hair is wet. Let's move on to the full body outfits. So even though I wasn't like super overwhelmed with the cast catalog, let me just go into her little outfit here. Even though I wasn't like super overwhelmed with the cast catalog, I thought it was kind of cute. Again, totally can tell that the main focus here isn't the clothing items or anything that has to do with cast perhaps, but rather the occults and the aspirations and the traits and the gameplay. The clothes are cute. I definitely think they're very fairy themed, which is nice. I mean, you can definitely see the influence of nature in them. And then if we move down to the pants, we've got some like loose pants here. These are cute items. They definitely are. I love this skirt. I think it's really, really adorable. But again, not really something I'm super like drawn to. So I'm gonna go through the last few items here. And then I think we have a couple full body outfits or full body outfits that we can also check out. I did like a few of these. Like, I'm gonna be so honest with you, these dresses are really, 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 really pretty. I know it's not a dress, it's kind of like a romper or something, but they are so gorgeous. I love the sparkle and how enchanting they are. So I feel like they definitely nailed it with the full body outfits for sure. I might go into males really quick just to take a little peek, but in terms of like children or any of the other live stages, I'm gonna let you explore that. Like I said, I really want to get into the gameplay. That's kind of like my main focus here. But of course, I wanted to take a little pit stop and show you the full body outfits. So I hope this kind of gives you at least a small idea of what you'll be getting. And then there's some locked ones in here. Now for accessories, we got a pair of brand new nails. We also got this little arm bracelet thing. I thought that was super cute. I want to say there's also, I think there's like tights and leggings and things as well, which I actually really like the socks. So maybe we'll stop by the accessories category and check them out. So let me go into the nails really quick. I'm telling you, these must be base game then, which is even more exciting. So we have like these base game dirty nails. Please don't tell me these are already in game because I would be embarrassed. But these ones here with like little like minimalistic tips on them, you know I'm gonna work my magic because I really love this shape. But just wanted to show you that. Here are the leggings. Of course you can't see them, but those are what they look like. I like them. I think they're cute. And then we've got some sockies here. These are some really cute socks. It looks like we also got a new pair of base game socks. Not sure how old those are, but these socks are super cute. I love putting them like above the boots. You can see kind of like the frill and stuff. Super, super adorable. We do have some brand new shoes, which do not look that great with all this other stuff attached. But yeah, so we have some really strappy sandals. We've got some cute little boots with some flowers. These are very, very, very fairy-esque. And then I don't know why the hell we got a pair of hooves. I'm like so confused by this. If anybody knows why we got hooves, let me know in the comments, because what? One thing Fern does not do is make a good looking man. I think Fern looks crazy as a male, but that is not the point. Here we are with some more headwear and accessories and things. I know I said I wasn't going to go through everything. I'm not, but I'm just showing you a little bit of what there is to offer. I like this headband though. I mean, maybe not in this state, but I do like it. I thought it was kind of a neat item for sure. Definitely unique. Let's go through the hairstyles. So here's some of the male hairstyles. We've got one with like some ferns coming out of it. I like the male hairstyles a lot, especially this mullet, very on trend. And then we have like some of the other female hairstyles available for the males as well. So like unisex. Is there brand new? Oh, okay. So we have 2 new beards. See, that's exciting. I love that. Okay, let me go and pop in to the tops really quick. I'm just going to kind of take you through. You might notice a few repeats. This sweater is definitely a must. I love when they add in baggy clothing items, and I love the branding too. I thought that was really neat. So we got a couple dress tops here. Obviously some fairy related details, and this beautiful, beautiful, what almost appears to be like a golden leaf. I want to say like blazer or something. Probably has matching pants. See, I knew it. It totally has matching pants. But while we're in the bottom section, let's check out what we have. So a lot of similar items to the females for sure, but obviously some male proprietary items as well. Let's move on to the full body. So I love that we have some of the other like full body outfits from the female catalog or the feminine catalog, whatever you want to call it. I like that, but I do wish there was like more male proprietary full body items, but there are some that are locked, which is cool. So accessories, same type of accessories. We do have like one pair of shoes that's slightly different from the females. Otherwise, it's almost exactly the same catalog. I always tell myself I'm not going to do something and then I end up doing it, but I wanted to show you just kind of how I paired everything together with Miss Fern's closet. Some things are definitely base game, but do you see what I did here? Like, she just got out of the shower, hair is wet, her mascara is running. I know I've reused the style 1,000 times, but I really liked it and I just had to use that brand new hairstyle for something. So look at the little socks peeping over the sneakers. Those are the new socks with the pack. I thought those are super cute. Nothing really exciting there, but I do like her her hot weather outfit. I thought that was super adorable with the hat. Maybe she's working out in the garden. And then cold weather, I did pair some base game items, the new boots that we got, and the skirt. I really love her catalog. Totally not trying to rush you, just trying to get to the gameplay. I did still want to show you the world because it's really interesting and I like it so far. There's actually one lot in particular that I'm going to show you because my mind was blown, like blown. I want to live here so bad. All right, so let's start over in this region. This is Everdew, home of the Fairy Council. Everdew is the epicenter of fairy life where fairies can let it all hang out. Innisgreen's most enchanted neighborhood, it shimmers with a patina of magic over all of its natural beauty. It is a really, 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 really pretty world. I kind of want to take you and show you what it looks like, but in just a minute. So this particular region has this really cool like tree house lot. Unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to be on this lot and have access to the rest of Everdew, but also kind of makes sense when you look at the lot as well. You're in a freaking tree, you know what I mean? So let's move over to the other region. This is Spruce Dairy Grove. Spruce Dairy Grove is a haven for bohemian and nature-loving Sims. who love gardening, living off the land, and mastering the apothecary skill. Nature enthusiasts flock here to forage amongst the picturesque trees and bathe in the tranquil stream. The neighborhood takes its name from the local legend, Spruce Almighty, like Bruce Almighty, ha ha ha. No, I'm just kidding. The community's loving garden pal. This is where we're living. Okay, we're living right in here, right here. This is us. Yeah, I'll talk more about that in a second because this lot, weird as hell. Weird as hell. I don't know what's going on over there. But anyways, the last one is Coast of Admore. I'm really excited to come here. A bustling seaside village filled with lore and history, the Coast of Admore serves as a tourist hotspot due to its colorful architecture, iconic landmarks, and coastal views. As promised, I had to take you into the big old tree in the sky. This is quote unquote kind of like a tree house, I guess. It is so beautiful. It's right next to this absolutely stunning waterfall. The views are phenomenal. Like, I would definitely have my sim live here, or maybe turn this into some sort of retreat. I don't know. But what I do know is that it's absolutely stunning. So see how you can't get to the other part of Everdue? You can kind of see it from here. It's a little darker. It's a little mystical. It's a little foggy. It's very mysterious too, but also inviting and cozy, which I love. If you do want to see this lot, I'll just take you guys really quick through it. This is kind of what it looks like. It's like a little tiny cottage, I guess. And I've also seen some like in the trailer, you know, where it's like like some of the homes are like underground, kind of like very Hobbit-esque, I guess. Yeah, I want to know how to do that because I tried doing it and I don't know how they were able to make it work. So the lot is pretty vague. Like, there really isn't a lot going on here. I would totally renovate it, but for the most part, it is super cute and I love the location. As we move through the gameplay, I'm sure we'll be able to explore the other parts of the world, and not to mention, I'm not the only one who's going to be posting CFE content, so I'm sure you'll be able to catch another Simmers footage and be able to explore the other worlds. But I want to get into some gameplay. We're not going to play a lot in this first episode, obviously, but at least something, a little nibble. Let me just give you a little taste. So here we are over in the region of Spruce Dairy Grove. I was having a hard time. Did I want to live in Everdue? Did I want to live down in the coast of Admore? No, I picked this lot because there actually aren't very many starter lots, and it's kind of annoying. Like, this lot here was like $16,000. The lots are crazy expensive and they're packed to the brim. Like, every lot has something on it, which I love, but I would have totally appreciated just like one tiny little itsy bitsy starter lot with nothing on it because your girl's funds were stretched. So for our little playthrough series, we are going to be playing as the crazy plant lady, kind of like a play on words for the crazy cat lady, except she's obsessed with plants. This is Fern's little bio. Fern Elwin is a soft-hearted naturopath who spends her days healing others, but it's her plants that heal her. Known as the crazy plant lady of the village, she talks to her gnomes, sips endless herbal tea, and falls asleep to forest soundscapes. Her cozy garden is her sanctuary, a place where roots grow deep and even solitude feels alive. Here's a quick glimpse at the tiny little cottage that I made for Fern. I wanted to keep her home tiny, quiet, and quaint because she's a sim that just loves to be cozy. I'm not going for the broke girl aesthetic that I normally play. It's just literally how Fern is. In fact, this home cost a lot of damn money. All right, there's nothing cheap about this expansion pack. The land alone was 16 freaking K. All right, so no broke boys, no new friends. Okay, Fern is that pressure, give her her tens. That's it, period. But something else I really liked about this kit, or pack, sorry, expansion pack, is that now we are able to add details to the roof. So if you wanted to take a plant and throw it on the roof to kind of give it this illusion like grass is growing out of it, maybe you kind of suck at keeping up with your estate. I don't know. You got some weeds growing out of your roof. I don't know what's going on here. You can do that now, and I really like the way this looks. Like, I seriously do. I even like this little porch that I made. Everything about this lot, super cute and cozy. The only thing I will say that really pisses me off, watch. You probably aren't going to be able to feel it, but just stay with me. So when you go forward, boom, that's it. I'm stuck. Why? I can go backwards as far as I want, but I'm stuck. Like, I'm literally stuck going forward. So I might have to move this little shed that I made for her, but where am I going to move it to? So in theory, yes, Fern owns all of this land, but her home only takes up a small portion of it. I just kind of think she like lives on an acre or something. I don't know how else to describe it. I don't know why they put this big freaking pond right in the middle, and there's also a lot of like depth, you know, not depth, but there's a lot of elevation in this lot too, which makes things really difficult, mind you, because it's like, where the hell am I supposed to? But anyway, I'm not trying to dog this lot. Great lot. Just I wish there was a starter lot. That's all I have to say. Okay, I'm done. So let's move in to the little cottage. I love the tiny little accessories, the little details, the decor. I love it. I love it so much. And so I went with more of like a planned plant like theme, obviously, because she is a crazy plant lady. And I think it's so cute. I just love how cozy this little cottage is. And it's just her. She doesn't need much space. So yeah, I didn't know what to do with her little tea maker. Ignore the counter right here. I think it works. I do. I will upload this lot though to the gallery Gen2606 once I'm able to, if you want to download it, because I think it's kind of cute. We even have like this little fairy home over here. I don't know what happens with this, but I'm thinking maybe one day Fern discovers fairies. Maybe she's a believer deep down. I don't know. This is her little bicycle, how she gets around town, our brand new mailbox. And then back here is where we do all of the apothecary. So I wanted to create this little shed. Girly Pop needs to get a job quick, because even though we aren't financially struggling, I mean, look at our house. We have some value here, but financially, in terms of household funds, we definitely could be doing a little bit better. Oh my gosh, I just bought this and it's already broken. What? I was going to have her brew a pot of healthy green tea because she is so thirsty right now. But with the job situation, I wanted to do it with you. I'm kind of having this vision with Miss Fern here that maybe she went to the traditional like work route and she hasn't been in apothecary for a very long time, or she hasn't been a neuropath for a really long time. So she's kind of starting back at ground zero, getting back into it, learning the ropes again, yada, yada, yada. That's kind of my, rationalization behind it, I guess. But here, let me read off the brand new career description for you. Naturopath. Sims with this job will be able to see clients on their home lot, as well as the standard go to work and work from home options. A naturopath draws on deep wells of knowledge, from crafting elixirs to foraging to help others feel their best. If you're drawn to healing and balance, this career is for you. Unlock 3 career outfits, new socials such as educate about balance, additional work interactions, including the ability to see ailing Sims at home lot. Okay, traits and decor objects such as Everdo Wisdom Frame Pack that are perfect for any home office. Career branches, apothecurist, and lifestyle coaching. Okay, cool. That was definitely a mouthful. We only get 1 day off a week, which is crazy. And we start off as a naturopath intern. We work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and we start off at $18 an hour. Fern Elowin is now a naturopath intern at Sims Health and Balance. She starts Monday at 8 a.m. So what is it today? Oh, it's Sunday. Perfect. So we will start officially tomorrow. We've been talking a lot about balance and imbalance so far in this expansion. So let me tell you a little more about it, because I don't even know about it, but we'll learn together. How about that? Balance and imbalance expresses how a Sim's mood affects them over time, beyond moment to moment. Sims that generally spend more time in negative moods will move more towards imbalance, while positive moods move back toward balance. Some major life events can also change the balance instantly, and balance comes with various side effects, such as impacted needs or very high vulnerability to ailments. Right now, Fern is beyond the emotional ups and downs each day brings. Fern Elowin is balanced. There's also this new luck tab, which I thought was pretty cool. It says Fern Elowin has ordinary luck on an ordinary day. Not much else to say. I wonder if the luck is super high and you try to enter the lottery for your Sims, if they will have a greater chance of actually winning something. Because to date, I have like 40,000 hours Sims time, and I've never once won the lottery. Yeah, I know. Very unlucky. Anyways, it says with ordinary luck, a Sim's actions are not swayed for better or for worse by luck. Okay, so yeah, I definitely think there are certain things that in the game has insinuated towards luck, and this will just make it even more realistic. So I'm excited for that. Work assignment: craft 3 cures or elixirs. Should Fern Elowin Crenshaw get a jump start and accept the assignment? I think she should. But first, we are dying for a little bit of green tea, Miss Ma'am. Oh my God, what the freaking hell is going on? Why does this damn thing keep breaking? I got the tea maker to work. I actually had to move it to this counter, and for some reason it seems to be much happier there. So she is doing what she loves doing in the afternoons every single day, and that is coming out with her tea, sitting on her picnic bench and just taking in nature. Unfortunately, as she gets older, her bladder isn't as strong as it used to be, so now she has to use the restroom. And I hope you don't hate me when I say this, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up this first episode here. I'm trying to keep these around 25 minutes long so that I can produce more content for you guys without getting overwhelmed by big, long videos. Wait a second, I just noticed this big pile of trash on her bed. What is this supposed to be? I think this is from trying to fix the tea maker. I have never had parts like on my actual bed before. I don't even think she can do anything with this or even scavenge for them. I'm kind of stuck with this. That is really weird. I wonder if that's a glitch. In the next episode, there'll definitely be a lot more gameplay. I want to show you guys a little more around Spruce Dairy just to see what there is that we can do and to get a head start on Fern's aspirations. So I didn't tell you, but I did go with the nature nomad. So she needs to do things like catch a fish, harvest a plant on Fern Elowin's home lot, and forage for food 5 times. So we will definitely do that when we get back. Also, I think tomorrow will be our first day of work, which is exciting. So a lot of great things to come, just not in this episode. I apologize. It was definitely more about getting acquainted and getting a feel for the expansion, but the next episode, which will be coming today, by the way, will be more focused on gameplay. So anyways, you guys, I hope you all enjoyed this first episode, and if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.